It is -20 outside. Your engine has been asleep all night. You turn the key or press the button, and inside that engine, metal wakes up before the oil is fully awake. This is the moment people argue about, 0W40 versus 5W40. Which one actually protects your engine? Here is the truth. Without brand hype and without garage mythology, the answer is not 0W is always better, and it is not 5W is always stronger. Under SAE J300, those numbers mean very specific things. The front number is about cold behavior. The back number is about hot viscosity. And the owner's manual is not a suggestion. It is the engineering target your engine was designed around. SAE J300 is the rulebook for viscosity grades. But it does not say an oil is good or bad. It does not grade the additive package, the detergent system, the anti-wear chemistry, or whether the oil meets your manufacturer's approval. It only classifies how thick or thin the oil behaves under defined test conditions. Think of viscosity like resistance to flow. Warm honey moves slowly. Water moves easily. Now put both in a freezer, and even honey becomes stubborn. Engine oil does the same thing. It gets thicker when cold and thinner when hot. Multi-grade oil is engineered to manage that swing. The W does not mean weight, it means winter. In 0W40 and 5W40, the 0W and 5W ratings describe low-temperature cranking and pumping behavior. In simple terms, can the starter turn the engine, and can the oil pump move oil through the engine when everything is brutally cold? A 0W oil must meet its cold cranking requirement at a lower temperature than a 5W oil. It also must meet its cold pumping requirement at a lower temperature. That means a properly rated 0W40 is designed to remain pumpable in deeper cold than a properly rated 5W40. Not because it is magical, because the SAE test limits are different. So in extreme winter, the 0W40 should flow more easily at startup. That matters because the first seconds after startup are not the same as steady highway driving. The oil film is not gone, so dry start is a simplified phrase. But the engine is closer to boundary and mixed lubrication until pressurized oil reaches every critical surface. Faster flow can reduce that vulnerable window. In a plain bearing, the real protection comes when rotation and oil pressure build a hydrodynamic wedge. That wedge separates metal from metal. Before that wedge is fully established, the oil's cold flow behavior matters. This is where 0W earns its advantage. Very cold starts, short winter trips, and engines with long oil galleries or turbochargers that need quick oil delivery. But now the plot changes. Once the engine is hot, the first number fades into the background. At operating temperature, both 0W40 and 5W40 are SAE 40 oils. That does not mean every bottle has identical viscosity molecule for molecule. It means both must land inside the SAE 40 viscosity window at 100 degrees Celsius. This is the part many people get wrong. A 0W40 is not a zero-weight oil when hot. A 5W40 is not automatically thicker under operating conditions. Both are 40-grade oils when hot. One oil could sit near the low side of the SAE 40 range, another near the high side, but the front number alone does not tell you that. There is also a second hot measurement that enthusiasts should know. HTHS, high-temperature, high-shear viscosity. This is measured at 150 degrees Celsius under severe shear. It is closer to what oil experiences in tight, fast-moving areas like bearings and ring packs. For hard driving, towing, track use, and turbo heat, HTHS and OEM approvals often tell you more than the 0W versus 5W debate. Now let us talk chemistry. Conventional oil uses mineral-based stocks refined from crude oil. Semi-synthetic, or synthetic blend, mixes mineral-based stocks with synthetic components. Full synthetic generally uses higher performance base stocks, such as Group 3, Group 4 PAO, or sometimes Group 5 components, depending on market and formulation. Synthetic base stocks tend to offer higher viscosity index, better cold temperature performance, and stronger oxidation stability than older mineral-based approaches. That matters for 0W40 because it has a wide job. Flow like a winter oil in deep cold, then behave like a 40-grade oil when hot. In practice, 0W40 oils are typically full synthetic or heavily synthetic because that performance window is difficult to achieve with conventional base stocks alone. Multi-grade oils often use viscosity modifiers. Picture tiny polymer coils. When cold, they stay compact so the oil can still move. When hot, they uncoil and help slow the oil's thinning. That is how one oil can behave appropriately across a broad temperature range. Here is the trade-off. Under shear, those polymer modifiers can temporarily align with the oil flow, making the oil act thinner for the moment. Under severe or repeated stress, some can permanently break down. That is called permanent shear loss. If enough viscosity is lost, the oil can fall out of grade. Modern oils are tested for this, and high-quality formulations are much better than the old stories suggest. But the issue is real enough that engineers measure it. This is where the debate begins. Some experts believe that, all else equal, a narrower spread oil may have an easier time staying shear stable because it may need less viscosity modifier. That is why some enthusiasts prefer 5W40 over 0W40 in warm climates or high-load use. But all else equal is doing a lot of work. All else is rarely equal. A well-formulated 0W40 can be very shear stable, and a weak 5W40 can shear down. The label alone does not tell the whole story. For high-load driving, the better question is not, does it start with 0 or 5? The better question is, does it meet the exact manufacturer specification for that engine? And does it have the required HTHS, performance category, and approval? A turbocharged European engine, a diesel pickup, a flat tappet classic, and a modern hybrid may all ask different things from the oil. So here is the real-world decision matrix. First, climate. If you live where winter starts, regularly plunge far below freezing, especially near the lower limits of 5W pumpability, 040 has a cold start advantage when your manual allows it. If your climate is temperate and the car rarely sees severe cold, 5W140 may perform just as well in everyday use, again assuming it is approved for the engine. Second, engine age and condition. Newer engines are built around tighter oil control strategies, variable valve timing, turbocharger cooling, timing chain lubrication, and emission systems. They are usually less tolerant of guesswork. Older engines with wear, more bearing clearance, or oil consumption may sometimes respond better to a slightly different approved viscosity. But that is not a universal law. It depends on the engine design, oil pressure behavior, consumption rate, climate, and what the manufacturer allowed. Third, and most important, manufacturer specification. The manual wins. If it says 0W40 and gives a specific performance approval, use an oil that meets that. If it lists both U40 and 5U40 depending on temperature, choose based on your climate. If it requires a particular OEM approval, do not replace that with a random oil just because the viscosity numbers match. Viscosity is only one part of compatibility. Two oils can both be 5W40 and behave very differently in deposit control, oxidation resistance, timing chain wear, LSPI protection, after-treatment compatibility, or fuel economy. SAE J300 tells you the viscosity box. API, ILSAC, ASA, and OEM approvals tell you much more about the performance package. Let us kill two myths. Myth 1. 0W40 is too thin once the engine is hot. Not by SAE grade. If it is truly SAE 0W40, it must meet the SAE 40 hot viscosity range. Myth 2. 5W40 always protects better under load. Not necessarily. Protection under load depends on the full formulation, HTHS viscosity, shear stability, additive package, and manufacturer approval. Buy 0W40 when your manual allows it and you see serious cold, frequent winter starts. Or you want the best cold start flow within the approved options. Buy 5W40 when your manual allows it, your climate is moderate, and especially when the approved 5U40 product meets the exact engine specification required. For older engines, do not jump grades blindly. Diagnose oil consumption, leaks, pressure, and service history first. The safest buying process is simple. Start with the owner's manual. Match the SAE viscosity range. Match the API ILSAC ACEA or OEM specification. Then consider climate and engine condition. After that, choose a reputable oil that clearly states those approvals. Not recommended for. Not suitable for, if your warranty or application requires approval. Look for the actual spec language required by your vehicle. So which one actually protects your engine? In deep cold, 0W40 protects by reaching critical parts more easily during startup. At operating temperature, both 0W40 and 5W40 are in the SAE 40 family, so neither wins purely because of the front number. Under heat and load, formulation, HTHS, shear stability, and OEM approval decide the fight. The best oil is not the one with the most impressive label. It is the oil that meets the engineering requirements of your engine, in your climate, for your use. Read the manual, understand the numbers. Then buy the specification, not the myth.